Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video Addicts. Let me give you a preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is a compilation video of several different UFOs out of Mexico. Let's see, I got another video of a group of UFOs or a group of orbs out of Florida. Also have a recording from the American Airlines flight that reported seeing a cigar-shaped UFO fly over them. Let's see, I also have this report about some giants found in Romania and a huge cover-up, supposedly. Let's see, and then I have a image here of this SAR bath that was discovered in a palace outside of St. Petersburg, Russia. And this is actually a video of some houses that this guy claims was made for dwarfs or fairies. And yeah, here's a guy, he's trying to go through one of the doorways, but it's a pretty long video. And actually, I haven't watched the whole thing, but we'll check it out. And let's see, I also have this video of a Russian secret book of alien races. Now, I have no idea whether this image is real or not, or if it's just a illustration or something. But it's just this image here, and then another one from the same person of this group of aliens. I guess they must have crash landed here or something. And then there's some other images similar to this first one here that I have no idea whether like this, let's see, whether this is real or not. And let's see, and then I have this article here about this 800-year-old Sealand skull. But this is the skull that they think belonged to an alien. And then last is this video about this 300-million-year-old wheel stuck in a coal mine. They found this digging for coal deep in the earth. So yeah, everything that we've been taught, so far. Again, some of it I don't necessarily believe it was engineered or purposely meant to keep us ignorant, so to say. But I just think some people just didn't know, and a lot of information which we have discovered recently, wasn't discovered, like 500 years ago. Say, for instance, like Göbekli Tepe, all the people who said that civilization started in Sumeria and Babylon and things like that, there are people who have gone to their grave thinking that. But, once we discovered Göbekli Tepe, and then they've recently discovered a settlement that was even older than Göbekli Tepe. So, so now we know all, everything that, that we've been taught, they were wrong. They were wrong. So, when you come across new information, you have to change what you believe if you consider yourself a reasonable person. You're not supposed to discount, what the facts or the evidence. A reasonable person is going to change what they believed. I've been in that position many times where I was sure of one thing, and then someone showed me the evidence, and I had to swallow my pride and admit that I was wrong, and then I changed my mind. But anyways, let's go to this video here. This video, it's actually a compilation of several different videos. I don't think we have to listen to this, but let me turn this down. But this is out of Mexico. How many videos have I done with UFOs out of Mexico? And and if you I think Jaime Maussan, I think he's like a regular fixture there, where they have a show about UFOs. So I don't think it's that big of a deal in that part of the country either. Here's another fast-moving orb in this video. Let's see, and then there's another one. Yeah, but whatever these orbs are, I mean, some of them could definitely be military, but they're not coming from other dimensions or other galaxies. They're not traveling through the solar system to get to Earth just to cruise around in our skies for a few seconds. But anyways, the link to this video will be in the description. Let's see, this is out of Lehigh Acres, Florida. Hundreds of orbs. Just check this out. Yeah, this video is definitely hard to see. There's definitely a lot of lights out here in the background. But it's going to take them a while to get to those lights. There's definitely something going on back there, but it's hard to see. Let me go to this next video. Okay, now, this is the audio from the American Airlines flight that reported a cigar-shaped UFO that flew over them. Let's just listen to this real quick.
Have any targets up here? We just had something go right over the top of us that, I hate to say this, looked like a long cylindrical object that almost looked like a cruise missile type of thing moving really fast that went right over the top of us.
Yeah, what's interesting is even with stuff like this, I mean, I've heard that there are, the professional debunkers out there, the professional skeptics who, even though they weren't there, they want to tell this pilot, what he didn't see. And they also and they want to tell him what he saw, even though they weren't there. It's amazing. And then what's even more amazing is that there are people who will listen to professional skeptics. I mean, my feeling is these guys can say whatever they want. I mean, I'm just not going to be dumb enough to agree with him, or even dumb enough to acknowledge or to even debate them. Yeah, I'm at a point where if someone doesn't believe in UFOs, I'm okay. You're free to believe whatever you want, but that is not going to change the fact that UFOs and aliens are out there. So just go ahead and continue to believe that they're not there. And I will continue to make these videos. But anyways, let me go on to this next video here. Or excuse me, this is actually an article of these giant found in Romania and the huge cover-up. In the 1940s, archaeologists were overseeing a dig at Agridava in Romania, searching for priceless artifacts within the ruins of what was once the greatest citadel of the Dacian leader, Birbista. I'm not sure if I said that correctly. The locals did most of the digging, and they were glad to be making a little extra during those times of hardship. Among them was Lonita Floria, now an old man well in his 80s. He was the one who dug up an enormous skull 2 or 3 times the size of a regular one. When he notified the archaeologists, the workers were quickly dismissed and the researchers resumed the digging themselves. Their findings were loaded onto trucks and shipped away with the utmost secrecy. By the end of the excavation, they had collected around 80 skeletons, most of them complete. They had also recovered giant ceramic pots filled with grains. To this day, nobody knows where the skeletons are. This is not an isolated incident. In more recent years, villagers in Skiani uncovered an ancient giant's graveyard while planting an apple orchard. Once again, it was the skull's giant size that puzzled everyone. Alongside the complete skeletons, the villagers also found pottery fragments, jewelry, and strange metal statues about 3 feet tall. A team of archaeologists came, dug everything up, and vanished. No public statement was made, and the locals refused to discuss what happened after they announced their findings. So here is a photograph. Now that is definitely a giant. Now, I'm also aware, and I believe it was done purposely in order to discredit a lot of these images of giants. Someone came out with a contest to see who could create a Photoshop, a fake Photoshop of giants. And, I believe that was done specifically in order to somehow discredit or dilute the legitimacy of these actual photos. But anyways, I'll leave a link to this in the description. Let me go on to show you this image. This is called the Tsar Bath. It was discovered in the Babaloba Palace just outside St. Petersburg, Russia. This is giant tub carved out of one piece of granite that was apparently 160 tons. And you can see, you know, this location, that it's never moved. The palace that it was found in is crumbling around it. But this tub, you know, has been there for a long time. And this isn't the only tub, you know, like this. There are others that you know, that have also been found. So, you know, who has the technology to do this? And, you know, and something like this had to have been done on a lathe, or, you know, some machinery did this. Anyone who, you know, wants to try and convince anyone else that this is, you know, done by primitive people using primitive tool, again, those people are just stupid. But for sure, there's a lot of history that people have kept from us. And, you know, it's just a matter of taking the time out to look. So, yeah, I'll leave a link to this in the description. This video here, apparently it shows these people that found these tiny houses. Check this out. Right, and you got to remember something about this. You know, this isn't some elaborate hoax that someone tried to, you know, to pull. You know, these people, I don't know how they found this, but again, this is the type of evidence that when you come across this, you have to reevaluate your worldview, because this opening was made for someone to live and to get through, and you know, and they made it big enough for them, obviously, right? And again, if you can't believe that you know, that there were tiny people that lived on planet Earth at one time, again, there's nothing I can do to change your mind, but here is evidence to indicate that, you know, that people of
From here they were serving their lunch in the other.
A, you know, tiny statue did exist. Let me just move on to some other parts of this. Again, you know, someone of regular size is not going to build their house so that they have to crawl around like this. Yeah, this is the habitat of a tiny person. You know, so a lot of these bones that we're finding of tiny people, again, it's, yeah, you know what, like in the movie The Hobbit, you know, where you have all those different types. You have the dwarves, you have the fairies, you know, you have the humans, you have the I don't know what, the orcs or whatever, you know, whatever the freaky ones are called. You know, apparently there was a time when planet Earth was just like that. Because even if you look back at the timeline of humans, right? There was never a time on planet Earth when there was just one hominid species. There was always multiple hominid species existing. And now, you know, we're finding out that, not only, you know, I mean, there's Homo sapiens. And, you know, again, if you've seen any of my videos, you know that people that run the banking industry are not Homo sapiens, they're Homo capensis. And we also have, you know, the Bigfoots, and we know that there are at least 4 different species of Bigfoots. And then again, you know, a couple NOAA employees have revealed that our military has encountered large aquatic humanoids in the Marianas Trench. So, you know, again, it would only make sense if there's life here. You know, I mean, if we exist with talking surface monkeys, why wouldn't there be other intelligent life on a planet that's mostly water? So anyways, check out this video. Let's see. This video here again. I have no idea if whether this video here is real. I have to say it looks real to me. I mean, you know, it could be a real mold, or it could be a real statue. But, you know, whether or not this is a real alien, I have no idea. I tried to do some quick research. I couldn't find anything. But also on this guy's website here, I found this video. Oh, yeah, let me go to the beginning here. Now, yeah, again, this, I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of weird that, you know, I mean, it doesn't look like these guys are freaked out. So is this like from a movie set or something? Now this definitely is from a movie. This, I think, is from some video game. Look at that door. I have no idea, you know, what the situation. I have no idea. I don't know anything about these photos or whether they're real or not. It doesn't really look real to me. But then, yeah, this one here, this is another, you know, one of these videos. I don't know if it's an actual alien or whether it's a, you know, it's a real statue. It could be a real statue, like someone created this. So, you know, so they are filming something real, but it's a real fake. Again, I don't know. I don't want to play this whole video. Here's another. I don't know if this is the same. Yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, this could be something that was created by visual artists. I do not know. But the links will be in the description. Let's see. Now this, yeah, this 800-year-old sealant skull, does it belong to aliens from constellation Pegasus? In 2007, a mysterious skull with a human appearance was discovered in the small region of Denmark known as Olstikke. Science also failed to find its link to any species on Earth. Interestingly, there are many theories of the origin of the skull. For example, some believe that it might be an extraterrestrial skull, while others think it involved some kind of mutation or maybe someone from another dimension. The skull was found in 2007 by the workers who were digging 100-year-old drainage pipes in a house, but scientists had not studied it until 2010. At first, it was believed to be an animal bone, probably a horse's. They were not shocked because it was said that the place once belonged to a butcher, so finding skeletons of cattle was normal in the backyard of that house. But on looking closely, it resembled a human skull. The head of the skeleton was actually bigger than a standard human skull. Scientists from Veterinarian High School in Copenhagen examined the skull and concluded that some features resembled mammals, but it did not belong to any species in Linnean taxonomy. They also found out that it showed no relation to any known species on Earth. The result of the carbon dating showed that the sealant skull belonged to a creature that once lived between 1200 and 1280 BC. On further excavation, only some animal bones and equipment from the Neolithic period were found, but none of them had any link to the skull. The eye sockets of the sealant skull were gigantic. The researchers suggested that this creature could see well in the dark. Since the skull had a smooth surface, it was also suggested that such creatures were well adapted to life in cold weather. Now, the most mysterious thing is that the skull had been stored in a long time, but someone later deliberately buried it. Another fascinating thing is that there is a legend about this place that once there lived a set of mysterious people. writers, and poets who were allegedly members of a certain order of the Light of Pegasus. These people had sworn to protect the secret alien artifact, including an alien skull left by the extraterrestrials from the constellation Pegasus. Okay, now if this thing is real, yeah, I'm going to say that's an alien. And why would anyone think that that's a human being? Again, and but I'm finding out how easy it is to influence and fool, humans. And, you only have to look back in history and see how one man was able to hypnotize masses of people and, and get them to believe any nonsense. And also, just look back on history and see some of the things that were done, or some of the atrocities that were ignored by people. So yeah, I can easily believe how people could be misled to believe or to disregard their common sense and and believe whatever nonsense someone wants them to believe. But anyways, let me go on to this last video here. Yeah, this video is about a 300 million year old whale stuck in a coal mine. Check this out here.
Coal-coking spectrum named J3 Suchodolski at a depth of 900 meters from the surface, workers were surprised to find what appears to be the imprint of a wheel above them in the stand-alone roof of the tunnel that they had just excavated. This Carboniferous rock, aged between 360 to 300 million years ago, suggesting a possible age of the imprint at around 300 million years old. This would mean that an actual wheel became stuck millions of years ago and dissolved over time due to a process and now visible with remains fossil. How do you explain the discovery in Russia of a piece of a gear shift, a common machine part, embedded into a hunk of 300 million year old coal?
Well, it's possible that this thing, yeah, it's 300 million. It's 300 million years old. Again, I'm trying to rationalize how this happened, but yeah, it's things like this that you have to reevaluate your worldview and understand that all life in the universe did not begin, the moment you were conceived. That apparently, before our species was ever conceived, there was some type of activity happening on planet Earth. And again, when you find things like this is proof. You cannot try to discount this this evidence because you were taught something different or you believe something different. When you come across things like this, it's incumbent upon you to change your belief based on facts that are presented. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.